another episode of TIY Math. Let's get rolling right away. So today we're going to be looking at Algebra 1 again, and as I said, there are many subtopics, and today we're going to be looking at another subtopic, which is brackets and simplifying. So we are going to start with the simple form of simplifying. This is very straightforward. My trick for this one will be always circling the like terms with their negative or positive symbol. So for example, 4x squared has a negative symbol in it. 3x squared, I'm going to just circle 3x squared because it's positive, so it doesn't make any difference. X squared. This is a loner, I'm not going to circle it. So x squared plus 3x squared is 4x squared minus 4x squared plus 5x. Again, I'm going to combine the like terms. And since this minus this is 0, it's going to put 0. It's not 0x squared, it's just 0 plus 5x, which will also equal 5x. That's my cat, by the way. Little flashback clip. This is my cat. Her name is Cookie. I got her from the school. She's very, very, very sassy. Okay. So this is example number 2, and this is a bit more complicated than the first one, but not as complicated. Very, very straightforward again. What to do is distribute these, not this number, both of them, of course. So this will be 7b plus 14b. So you have to take this minus together. You have to take this minus together with the a and distribute it to the bracket, which will be minus 3ab plus 3a, sorry. So now we are going to simplify further. These two are like terms. It doesn't matter how they're placed, but BA and AB are similar and same. They're actually the same, not similar. So 7BA minus 3AB is 4BA or AB. You can write it both ways. Plus 14B minus 3A. And we have to rewrite it as 4BA minus 3A plus 14B. So this is some extra tips. So the previous question, we saw that I rewrote 4BA minus 3A plus 14B like this because there's a special format that you have to follow while writing the answer, which has more than one variable. So basically you have to follow the alphabetical order. So for example, if it's something like the answer is like 3Z plus 4A plus 7B, you have to rewrite it as 4A plus 7B plus 3Z. This is because it's going in the alphabetical order. As you can see, A is of course the first, so we're putting it in the first. B is in the second because A, B, and D is in the last because there are no more consecutive variables following B except these, so you put Z in the last. So in this case, I had my question like this, and I rewrote it, and I switched these two numbers and kept this at the same. Now I'll tell you why in a minute why I kept this at the same. So I'm keeping this at the same because this has two variables. So for example, you have something like 7AZB plus 2A plus 8C. So of course these two are this is actually perfect, but if it was like, for example, 7Z plus 8x, we have to change these both, but keep it at the same because the more variables a number has, the bigger it seems. So you have to always keep it in the first. But this you have to switch because after x only x, y, z comes. So we switch this place to equal to 7AZB plus 8x plus 7C. So this is a much more complicated question, but it's still not as complicated. So basically the question is 3z bracket a plus 2n bracket 8 minus m. So in this case, what the trick I would suggest is, instead of multiplying this for the whole thing and then doing it and then complicating it more, I would suggest putting 3z outside, then big bracket, we're going to do a plus 2n, 8 minus m. So now we are going to distribute it. Distribute two numbers to this side, the two numbers. So it will be a and so which will equal to 3z. So a times a is a squared plus 2m plus minus 8m, sorry, plus 2am minus 2m squared. Then we are going to simplify these two like terms to equal to a squared plus 2am plus 1am, sorry, plus am minus 2m squared. So now then we are going to distribute this to every single term here. It's going to equal 3za squared plus 3zam minus 6. 3 2s are 6. 6z squared. This will be your final answer. I'm not going to put this in alphabetical order like I did in the extra tips, but you can of course do that if you want. So before I start the fourth question, this is a pre-tip. So in this case it says x minus 3 the whole squared. So this is not x squared minus 3 squared, or x minus 9, x squared minus 9. It is nothing but x minus 3, x minus 3. So this is how you have to simplify. Now you just distribute the two terms to the other two terms, get your answer. So the fourth and final question is y minus 3 squared minus y plus 2 squared. So I wrote the question smaller because we need a lot of space for this question. This question is not that hard, but a little bit of mistake would mess the whole thing up. It's just time consuming, in other words. So this one I'm gonna expand it. It will be y minus 3 and y minus 3. And since this has a minus in it, I'm going to isolate the minus because minus also meaning minus 1. I'm going to put big brackets and I'm going to do y plus 2, y plus 2. So first I am going to expand them more, these two terms simultaneously. So I always draw these lines to help me navigate where I'm going to go next with these two numbers, or else it's very confusing. So this is y squared minus 3y minus 3y again, plus 9 minus y squared plus 2y again plus 4. Now I am going to combine these two like terms, and I'm going to get y squared minus 6y plus 9 minus y squared plus 4y plus 1. Now I'm ready to distribute them to these three numbers. So I'm putting minus 1 to help me better all of my y terms, and I'm going to draw a triangle and all the concepts. So now we can do it easily. I recommend drawing shapes on every like term because it really helps you combine them much more easier. So y squared minus y squared is 0. So I'm going to just cancel them out. So it helps me. It's minus 6y minus 4y is minus 10y. Plus 9 minus 4 will be plus 5. You have to leave it as this. You cannot do 5 minus 10y because this of course has a variable, but this does not. So always the variable comes in the front rather than the normal number. So this is going to be the final answer. As you can see, it took a lot of steps. We expanded it and then we contracted it. So it's really time consuming, but if you take it slow, you can easily do this. So these are your DIY sums. The first question is starting off with easy one. It's like a warm up. 4a plus 7b minus 2a plus b. Second question is 4 by x minus 7 by y plus 1 by x plus 2 by y. Number 3 is x brackets x plus y brackets x plus z. 4 is 3 bracket x plus 2 for the whole square minus x plus 4 the whole square. I'm going to give you a little hint. It's minus 1. Again, I recommend doing this DIY homework. If you don't do it, it's totally up to you. But if you somehow did it, please comment. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my video. Bye! She got bored.